to the Paul Monahan Gymnasium for this evening's basketball contest between the JCHS High School Cardinals, the visiting Warriors of Seekonk High School. This is Tyler Clark, Swansea Cable Access Channel 9, pleased to bring you this game live on our Swansea Cable Access Facebook page. Under the direction of Adam Kitchen, alongside me as usual is Josh Aubin. Warriors come in this game with a record of 6-11. Case comes in with a record of 8-8. But Josh, the Cardinals have been on a bit of a skid lately.
Yeah, they start the season 4-1. Things look great. Unfortunately, a couple injuries over the past couple weeks. They've slid to 8-8, as you said. 4-game losing streak. Dropped 5 of 6. Playoffs around the corner. Those sites are still very much reachable.
If they do win this game, though, they do qualify for the postseason in some capacity.
It will be by virtue of finishing second place. Not really back to them, but you want to finish strong. You want to finish the best you can. A couple of tough games coming up. You don't want to let a divisional game slip away from you.
Especially against a team that's coming in with a 6-11 record. Interesting to know that one of Case's usual starters, Jacob Montero, is injured and will not be playing in this game. So taking his place is senior number 10, Dylan Tibitot. The Cardinals are in white, the Warriors are in dark blue, and we are underway as Alex Levesque controls the opening tip-off for Case. Levesque going to dribble to his left. He's got Rodrigues inside, does not pass it to him. Now sitting at the top of the key, still gives it to Rodrigues. Over to Dylan Tibitot. Dylan's a senior, as I said before, going to dribble inside, gives it back up to Levesque at the top of the key. Now Case trying to set something up. Levesque going to drive, now push it into the corner to Sherratt. Sherratt's going to drive with it. Quickly triple team by Seekonk. Rodrigues going to dish it out to Levesque. Case has 3 seconds. Levesque going to put up, no good. It might have partially blocked by the Warriors. Coming the other way is number 1, Dominic Lopo. For Seekonk, he'll pass it to number 10, that's Kyle Blanchard. Blanchard's going to be guarded by Tibitot. Blanchard gives it to number 5, that's Kevin Moskowitz along the baseline, and a blocking foul going to be called there, I believe, on Levesque.
Yeah, he just stepped into there, got a little late getting there, took the block. Not ideal, but you want to give the aura of being somewhat physical under the basket.
And that's certainly what he did. His first, the team's first. Quick shot going up for the Warriors. No good. That was Blanchard with the shot. Case coming the other way. Levesque. Good dribble. Gets it inside to Rodgers. Rodgers going to drive. Puts it up. No. Going to rather gets his own rebound. Blocked underneath. That was a good play by number 34, Elijah Leonard.
It's not often you see Rodrigues get blocked.
No, that's probably the first time all year that we've seen, at least the game that we broadcast. This is number 2, Logan Casala, going to be guarded by Sherratt. Casala gives it up to Lopo. Seekonk may try to restart this. Still no score in the game, and it's no good. It's still no score. That might have been partially tipped by Rodgers. I couldn't tell. Leonard got that nice feed under the rim, but he could not finish. Levesque will take this over the half-court mark. Levesque gives it to Rodrigues at the top of the key again to Sherratt. Sherratt looking to drive. Now passes it out to Levesque. Levesque pump fake. Now going to give it to Rodrigues. Rodrigues going to drive again. Puts it up. No good. Good look at least. Tipped around. Controlled by Casala for the Warriors. Now coming the other way is their point guard Lopo. He's guarded by Levesque. 2 minutes into the game. Nobody's scored yet. Casala going to drive and a foul. And the foul's going to be on Logan Sherratt. His first, the team's second.
Yeah, just a little grab there on the way to the rim.
You can't really avoid it when they're driving to the lane, because if you don't make contact with them, it's an easy layup. I'm going to make him work for it. Casala's first free throw, no good. Case with a short bench tonight, only 3 players dressed on the bench. Be Jared Sutcliffe, Ryan McConnell, and Aiden Emerson. The second free throw is good for Casala, so that finally breaks the scoreless tie to start the game. It's 1-0 Warriors. 5 minutes, 55 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Levesque gonna try to drive. That made him dribbled off his knee. Rodrigues ends up with it anyway. Sherratt thought about it. 3 pump fakes. Now going to drive inside, puts it up, and a foul. Foul's going to be number 5, Kevin Moskowitz. His first, the team's first. Moskowitz is a junior for the Warriors. Sherratt's first free throw is good. We got a really good turnout tonight.
Yeah, it's a Friday night. Nothing much to do.
Yeah, right. And
Friday Night Lights winter version.
We got the cheerleaders are here as well. Sherratt, second free throw, we got them both. That'll give Case a 2-1 lead. Goes into Lopo, Dominic Lopo is a senior point guard for the Warriors. Good defense by Chris Costa to knock that pass away. Case will get over the other way. Josh, we talked about this before. Costa doesn't score a lot, but he's a very good defender, and he sets up a lot of plays for the Case offense.
Yeah, he doesn't score. He's not flashy, but he does those little things. He gets dirty. He makes a block. He makes a steal. He makes a quick pass ahead. All of a sudden, that transitions the offense, as we saw there.
Actually, this is the fourth game that we've done. He didn't score until the third game, and I believe he only had 3 points in that one. So I was talking, by the way, Case had a turnover there. Levesque lost that handle out of bounds, so Seekonk gets a break from that turnover they had themselves. Lopo gets us over to Casala. Casala's going to be quickly double-teamed. That's leaving a man open underneath Leonard. Dishes out to the corner to Lopo. He's going to try it. Now he passes it up to Moskowitz. He puts up a three. No good. Around the rim. Rebounded by Dylan Timitot. Coming the other way. Josh, we are 3 minutes into this game and no one has a field goal yet. It's just been all free throws. So good defense by both teams.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't the first time we've seen this for a boys game, though, where the rims here at Monahan Gymnasium are not friendly.
Some nights they definitely are not. Rodrigues is fouled, so we're going to still be waiting for that. We've had 2 free throws for Case and 1 for Seekonk. So no one's made a shot from the floor yet, but Rodrigues has the chance to add a couple free throws. As I said before, if you are watching this game live on our Swansea Cable Access Facebook page, we welcome you. This is the 3rd game that we have done live this year. Rodrigues makes the first free throw.
I mean, of note, Kevin Moskowitz picked up that foul. That's his 2nd foul. There's no action there on the Seekonk bench, though.
We've seen that before. I forgot to mention that. You're right. Moskowitz with 2 fouls already for Seekonk. The 2nd free throw for Rodrigues is no good. He got 1, and Chris Costa with the offensive rebound. He just ripped that one right down. Case yelling out motion. That's Levesque at the top of the key. Thought about it, now passes it inside to Rodrigues. They do like to feed him, puts it up, no good. There was some contact there, but it wasn't called. Not the best look Jordan's had. Casala passes it over to the corner. That's Moskowitz. He's going to drive. He puts it up, and in it goes. Kevin Moskowitz with his first 2 points of the night for Seekonk. It's going to be tied at 3. We have 4 minutes and 11 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Levesque going to be guarded by Kyle Blanchard. Coach Dan Wenzel yelling out something to his plays. Levesque going to drive, gets it into Rodrigues again. They tried that play, Josh, several times, and it hasn't worked yet.
Well, it's tough when you're missing your big outside shooter, Jacob Montero. When you're missing him, you're not sure who's going to step up on the outside. So it's a force of habit to feed the inside. It's not working yet. Someone needs to step up on the outside to get the inside working.
We've seen that this year. Montero's pretty much automatic when he gets that corner 3 there, but fortunately on the bench, Case has to try something else. Coach Dan Wenzel was certainly yelling something out. Casa thought about a 3, gets it back to Levesque now. It's still 3-2. Levesque has that swatted out and out of bounds off of Seekonk. So Case will get another try. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Sub coming in for the Warriors. Moskowitz comes out, and I didn't see who came in for Seekonk. We'll get a number on that in a second. Timitot for 3, no good. That was number 13, Nathan Clark, who came in the game for Seekonk. 5 minutes into the game, still nobody's made it, only even 1 basket so far. Shot goes up for the Warriors, no good. That was Blanchard, not a good look. Rodrigues with the offensive rebound. Nathan Clark ended up on the ground there, and the sports code, I want to put a timestamp as 5 minutes of the game, and it has come off from Coach Dan Wenzel. Levesque out to Sherratt for 3, no good. I think you were going to say something, Josh?
Yeah, again, that sports code comes off because right now there's a lot of force feeding going on with the Case offense that just looks, it doesn't look pretty right now.
Certainly, it's kind of an ugly game for both teams. They're only 3-3 right now.
I mean, we saw at the last possession, Levesque literally ran right under the rim to look outside as opposed to just put it away.
Vic hits that 3 right there. It was wide open. He got it. That's the first basket Case is hitting. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Seekonk had a wide open look, but he missed it. That was Leonard. Levesque going to bring this over again. Coach Dan Wenzel was yelling something to his team right now. Levesque at the top of the key, dribbling a couple times with it. Now going to drive. He's going to put up, and it goes. Logan Sherratt He's got 4 points. Suddenly, Case has an 8-3 lead.
It's the first time we've seen it all year without Jacob Montero on the court, being a leader on the court. Right now, how much of that's being missed with this Case?
Right.
There is some defensive assignments that are lacking, and some offensive assignments in execution that's lacking.
We see that Clark missed that open 3-pointer. Seekonk going to chuck up another 3-pointer. That was no good. That was not a great look. That was Lopo. So Seekonk's got a couple open looks, but they haven't really hit anything. They only have 1 field goal. They got a sub getting ready to come in now. Levesque gives it to Costa. Costa lost the dribble for a second. Now gives it back to Levesque. He gives it back to Sherratt. They're going to log 3 for Duckett. Sherratt's going to drive with it, and that's a travel going to be called on Logan. He tried to do a little too much with that. Number 33, Jared Sutcliffe in the game. Jordan Roderick comes out. A couple subs coming in for the Warriors as well.
Warriors just did a line change. It's a hockey line change is what the Warriors just did.
Several people coming in. Devin Bento is in the game now, as well as number 11, Jacob Barrera, and number 4, Cameron Casala, who I would imagine is the brother of one of Logan on the team. That was Nathan Clark, I believe, with that basket for the Warriors. 8-5, a minute to go here in the first quarter. Levesque gonna start the drive with it. Now doubles back, gives it up to Costa. Sherratt was cutting, didn't get it to him. Now gives it back to Sherratt again. Sherratt gonna drive, puts it up and in! And the foul! Sherratt with a great move to the basket to get that in. He gets the free throw. Foul's gonna be on Bento.
But again, a lot of that comes back from Alex Levesque. A few minutes ago, hitting that outside shot and forcing you now to bring someone outside to respect that.
That's exactly what happened. The free throw is no good, but Costa's there to get the offensive rebound. And he gives it back to Levesque. 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 10-5 is the score. Levesque gonna drive, looking for Costa. That was right to Bento. Quick pass over to Clark to the lane. He goes backwards, layup blocked by Sherratt. I'm not sure that would have gone in anyway, but still looking a hand on it. Case might hold for the final shot here. The shot clock is off.
Yeah, I'm done guessing anymore.
Yeah, Josh, I think you've got this wrong every time this year.
Over.
So this is the 7th game that we've done, boys and girls, and I think every time you told them to hold. And I think this time you would have been correct because Case does look like they're going to hold. 10 seconds on the shot clock, 8 seconds. Levesque gives it over to Sherratt. She shoots the 3. No good off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Bento. For Seekonk, now stolen by Levesque. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. Very low scoring first quarter. The score is 10-5. Case leads Seekonk. Josh, a lot of action in that quarter, but not a whole lot of scoring really for either team.
No, I mean, a lot of that is well, let's break down Case first. There was in the early a lot of struggles offensively and defensively at times. And I think that definitely shows with Jacob Montero being out. He's your big outside shooter. He's out. Who's stepping up? Well, Alex Levesque hit a great 3 there.
Exactly.
That pulled the Seekonk defense away from the middle. And we saw for the first maybe 3 or 4 minutes, Case just tried to feed Jordan Roderick under the middle, under the basket. And 5 times they tried, 5 times it did not work.
You're going to get one basket there, you're right.
Now, once you hit that outside shot, Logan can go up the middle. Logan Sherratt can go up the middle, and he did. Alex Levesque made a couple of good runs under the middle. He was blocked once and made a pass the other time, but he had the opportunity both times.
As you said, Josh, it did take Case a little bit to get going there in that quarter. They had a pretty good run there to end with the 10 points. And at the end of it, I mean, they only limited Seekonk. They did have a couple open looks, but Seekonk did only hit 2 baskets, and they did have a free throw to go along with that. So see what they can do coming on. Ryan McConnell, number 11, is getting ready to come in for Case. Tipitot and Roderick are going to get a rest. Moskowitz is back in for Seekonk. Clark is out there, so is Cameron Casala and Jacob Barrera. So really no strong force for Seekonk staying out there. They're just kind of utilizing several different players getting equal playing time. Kind of keep Case off guard with that. And here we go for the start of the second quarter as Casala is at the top of the key. Like you said before, not very good shooting there for the Warriors in that first quarter. Barrera, dangerous pass to Casala down to the corner to Clark. He's going to drive, he's going to put it up, and no good. He gets his own rebound, and a foul going to be called there, I believe, on Sherratt. And it is going to be on Logan. That's his second, the team's third. It's going to say, get Logan out of there with the 2 fouls. Jordan Roderick's going to come in. Sherrod's going to come out for a break.
Yeah, this is where Case's disadvantage with numbers may come to hurt them a little bit, whereas Seekonk has a very vast number.
Right, they have a very deep
players
bench.
they can pull from. Case not so much. Case has 3 healthy bench players. They come to the game with 8. Got to stay out of foul trouble.
Yeah, if you get anybody gets into foul trouble, that's really going to stretch your bench. And they only have 9 players on varsity as it is anyway, and with Montero hurt, that brings it down to 8. Aiden Emerson is still on the bench, so they can use him as needed. Costa going to dish it out. McConnell for 3. No good off the back of the rim. That ran right to Levesque. Jason another try. And a foul going to be called there on Casala for the Warriors.
And right now, Case is doing a great job right now of getting these offensive rebounds. They struggled a little bit the first couple of minutes of the first quarter, but since then, they've really been able to maximize their second and third opportunities.
All right, most definitely, and it definitely has worked for them as well. Seekonk with a fast break the other way, and Devin Bento puts him in. That inbounds pass was not a very good pass, and Coach Dan Wenzel was reminding Costa of that right now. Score is 10-7. A little slow out of the blocks for shooting again. Levesque for 3 as I say that, and he drains it. I should just start talking about Case being slow shooting, because whenever I do, they end up hitting a basket. 13-7 is the score right now. Levesque has 2 3-pointers. Coach Dan Wenzel is not very happy about something. Tipped away, stolen by Jared Sutcliffe. He gives it to Levesque. Levesque to Sutcliffe, was not expecting that pass. He's going to drive. He puts it up. No good. That was not a great look there from Sutcliffe. Now coming the other way, this is going to be Moskowitz, and a foul called on Case.
Yeah, Sutcliffe just unfortunately rode him the whole way, and it's tough, especially right in front of an official in the backcourt. It's not a good foul to give up at this point.
No, definitely not. Foul is on Sutcliffe right now. 6 minutes, 20 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Bento, quick passing going on. This is going to get over the hands of Casala to the corner to Clark. Number 3 to spell down. Bento for Seekonk. Nothing called. Casala blocked by McConnell. Bento gets the rebound. It went right to him. Casala gets the rebound. Dishes out. Barrera now for 3. No good again. Tipped to McConnell. Came in there for that rebound. Clark rather got it from McConnell. Seekonk is getting several looks on this possession. And the only starter out there for them is Moskowitz. He puts up an ugly-looking shot, gets his own rebound again, and in it goes. Sutcliffe had pretty good defense there, but it went in anyway. 13-9 is the score. Dan Wenzel doesn't really know what to say right now. I can see it over his face.
Seekonk may have shot 10% on that possession, but at the end of the day, they got a basket.
Probably 5 or 6 misses there, but they just kept getting good. I mean, it's good defense by Case, but they just kept getting good looks. Those are your clip-on microphone case just fell off there. But
yeah,
that's
fine.
Yeah, we're using clip-on mics this game. No wires for us in this one. This is a first for us as well. Turnover for Case. 13-9 is still the score. 5 minutes, 20 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Sub coming in, Dylan Thibotot. This goes to the corner to Bento. Oh, the baseline stolen by McConnell, but his foot was on the line. I believe that should reset the shot clock, because that was a brief change of shooting, no?
No. And on for the shot clock to reset the yeah, we have a timeout.
Timeout called by Seekonk anyway right now.
Anyway, finish my thought. And on for the shot clock to reset, the defensive team has to control the ball. A simple slap, simple block, poke doesn't count as control.
Okay, makes sense.
If he would have grabbed it inbounds and then stepped out, then yes.
He was just the last one to touch it, and they said, all right, that certainly makes sense. That'd be a break for Seekonk if he gets the steal and steps on them, then it's a change of possession. Kind of like in the NFL, if you're throwing an interception, then he fumbles, and the offense and you recover it, then you get a fresh first down. That happens very rarely. Anyway, we have 5 minutes and 13 seconds remaining here in the second quarter after an impressive display by the cheerleaders there. To say that this is a rock fight so far, it would be, I think, a proper analogy. Only had 22 points total in the game.
Yeah, it's ugly, it's not pretty, but if you're the last man standing, you're happy end of the day.
Right, it reminds me of a certain football game that was played last week with a total of 16 points scored, but you win the game, it doesn't really matter. Right now, Case it's not pretty, but they are winning 13-9 and showing very good defense thus far. Nathan Clark going to get this in for Seekonk under the basket. Seekonk with the same 5 they had out there before. The only starter is Moskowitz, who is in there right now, and that's who they get it to, and he gives it immediately over to Cameron Casala. Now this is back to Barrera. Back to Casala to the corner. Clark had a brief open 3. Casala again, good defense by Case once again. Zone is working very well. Roderick's out. Now the shot for 3, no good. Tipped around by Seekonk and into the student section. But no good, and that's going to be a turnover. Principal Brian McCann is kind of crouching over there as well.
He didn't even flinch.
He didn't even flinch, right. I mean, that was a
Stood
danger
strong in the face of danger.
of hurting anybody, but still. Levesque gives it back to Costa, Costa to McConnell. Lost the handle, got it back, gives it to Levesque. He has a brief open 3 if he wanted. Levesque gonna drive, lost the handle, gets it back under the rim. Thibodeau for 3, no good. Rebound goes to the Warriors. That was Moskowitz. Quick passing underneath, Barrera to the hole. Bench wanted a travel call, but it was not. And Barrera gets his first 2 points of the game. It's 13-11 right now. 4 minutes and 26 seconds to go. Coach Dan Wenzel wants a travel from the official there, but
yeah, he took a few, but it doesn't matter. Right now, Seekonk has found a 5 to kind of stabilize what they're doing. And it's really shown in this quarter where we enter this quarter 10-5, 13-11. I understand it's not a lot, but it's at least been stabilized on Seekonk's end. They're playing good defense, and they're starting to convert some of these fast breaks. Case needs to figure out a way how to slow down the Seekonk fast break and minimize the damage being done. Seekonk obviously has a bench. They have 13. This is going to be a story all game we're going to track, especially in the second half. Case has a bench of 3, with a roster of 8. Seekonk has a
I'm not sure how many players are on the Seekonk. They have, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think one of the guys is in the way. They have 6 players on the bench. 2 of them haven't even played yet.
So we have 12 rostered on the rosters we have, so you count 6, there's 6, 7. There's an entire another team on the bench. Case doesn't have that luxury. Case has a half team on the bench. So again, you put it fast about a minute ago. It's a rock fight.
Yeah, that's the best analogy.
You just need to find a way to stay standing. You're going to take some shots. You just need to find a way.
4 minutes and 26 seconds remaining in the second quarter, and they do still have the lead, 13-11. You are definitely seeing the absence of Jacob Montero and what it means to this Case offense, and immediately they turn it over as Coach Van Wenzel can't believe it. Sherrod getting ready to come in. Pass out, 3-pointer for the Warriors, no good. I don't think they've hit a 3-pointer yet. Thibodeau with that rebound for Case. He gives it over to Levesque.
Again, it's a risk bringing in Sherrod, but right now something needs to be done to stabilize the Case offense.
2 fouls, right, and he definitely has been a focal point of that so far. Levesque has 6 of the points just on 2 3-pointers. Levesque going to drive, dishes it over to Roderick's, and up it goes. They've been wanting to feed Roderick's all game. They've been trying, but that's his first field goal in the game. He's got 3 points with the free throw as well, 15-11. Case finally breaks through with that.
Again, if Case can find a way to get Roderick's going,
when he gets going,
it's a completely different type of offense.
We've done this
you can
before,
run.
and he ends up with 20 points. 3-pointer is no good. Rebounded by Levesque. Seekonk likes that 3-pointer, but Josh, I don't think they've hit one this game. At least I don't remember.
No, it's been a struggle, and as we say that, Seekonk's doing another line change.
They got 4 players ready to come in. It's like hockey. They just have different players just go out there all the time with different assignments. McConnell backwards layup. That was in and out. That was a good play there by Ryan, but it bounced right out. Clark gives it to Moskowitz, and a jump ball called.
Not too often you see that in a boys' game. You don't see a jump ball too much. As you said, Seekonk with the line change here means one of 2 things for Seekonk. 1, you're either really deep and you trust anyone at any time, or 2, you're very inexperienced and you don't trust everyone.
Right.
And it's just finding someone who's hot. Find the hot hand.
And I believe all of the starters for Seekonk are back in there. The only player who stayed was Moskowitz. And yes, it is all 5 starters. I believe for both teams are out there right now. So Seekonk must have just been giving their bench a whole mass rest. Interesting strategy from Coach Alex DeLuz there. Case has 6 seconds on the shot clock. Levesque's going to try to do something with this. He was looking inside for Roderick's on the ground. Ball's rolling away. Levesque, good hustle looking for that. This is going to be Lopo. Tried to drive, not a whole lot was there, and knocked out of bounds off of Case, so good defense by them.
Yeah, Sherratt did a great job there cutting out the lane, and when Roderick slid over, forced Lopito to stop his movement and come back.
Casala gets that rebounds pass, the inbounds pass rather, to Lopo. Back to Casala. He's guarded by Sherratt. Up to Lopo at the top of the key. Lopo looking to drive. It might have been tipped away, but he got it back. Shot is no good. He probably should have just passed that. Very, very low scoring. 15-11 is still the score. 2 minutes, 13 seconds remaining in the first half. Sherratt, excuse me, that was Levesque. I keep getting them mixed up. I'm not sure why this game. Rodrigues to Costa, back to Levesque at the top of the key again. He's going to drive. He puts it up and blocked, and right to Rodrigues, and in and out it goes. Rodrigues, I don't think was expecting it, but right to him, but he couldn't follow. Moskowitz, and an offensive foul.
That's a great job getting back, setting your feet, anticipating the contact, taking it, and basically taking on Moskowitz here with this third foul.
And that's the third foul on Moskowitz, and he's out. Nathan Clark was in. Did you see who was on the other end of that?
That was Dylan Tivitas.
Was it Tivitas? All right.
Tivitas done a great job this game of doing the little things that go unnoticed. He makes a lot of rebounds right there. He took a charge. He's done a lot of cutout blocking as well. So right now, Tivitas being really aggressive and really using his strength and his advantage of using his body to box out people and create issues for Seekonk right now.
That charge really got a reaction out of the crowd on the bench. Dylan shot, no good. Bounced around. No team is really, I don't know the shooting percentage of each team, but it's going to be pretty bad. Lopo dishes it out to Casala. He gives it inside to Clark. He's going to drive, puts it up, and in it goes. Nathan Clark with a good look. He's got 4 points. 15-13 is the score. A minute and 7 seconds are remaining in the first half of a very, very low-scoring game, as I have been saying. Tivitat for Sherratt under the rim. He is looking out for Costa. Back to Tivitat. Open three. He takes it. No good. Rebounded by Leonard. I think everyone wanted that to go in. Casala dishes it out. This is Blanchard. Up to Lopo. Open three. Takes it. Good. And that suddenly gives Seekonk the lead. Somewhat unexpectedly, 16-15 as Seekonk finally hits a three-pointer. 1 point lead for the Warriors right now, and knocked out of bounds off of Blanchard. Get in there and knocked that away from Levesque. Case has 21 seconds on the shot clock. There are 31.8 seconds remaining in the first half. Costa, long pass up to to Levesque. To Rodrigues, back to Costa in the corner. To Levesque again. He's got Sherratt at the top of the key. To Costa in the corner. I'm not sure who that, looking for Rodrigues, I think, but it's stolen. Seekonk gonna come the other way. Clark gonna drive, and a blocking foul, and the basket is gonna count. Blocking foul is going to be called on Tivitat. Coach Ian Wenzel did not like that call. Give Seekonk a free throw as well. Nathan Clark has 6 points.
I mean, honestly, I thought Tivitat was clean. I thought Roderick's actually got him from the backside.
Oh, did you? Oh, nice.
So I think it may have been credited to the wrong person, but...
See if they can clear that up. The free throw is good. It's 19-15. Case is going to hold for the final shot here. They have 10 seconds. Levesque wants to shoot it himself, wants to feed Rodrigues now. He gets it to him. Jordan puts up the shot, no good, and that is going to do it for the first half of the Paul Monahan Gymnasium. A low-scoring game. Score is 19-15 in favor of Seekonk. Quick point breakdown. Alex Levesque has 6 points for Case. Logan Sherratt also has 6, and Jordan Rodrigues has 3. For the Warriors, Dominic Lopo has 3. Logan Casala has 1. Devin Bento has 2. Kevin Moskowitz has 4. Jacob Barrera with 2. Nathan Clark with 7. We are going to take a break for halftime here. We'll be back to bring you second half action. If you're watching this game live, I do hope that you join us when we do resume the second half. Welcome back to the Paul Monahan Gymnasium for the second half of tonight's game between Case High School and the Seekonk Warriors. If you're watching this game live, then welcome back on our Swansea Cable Access Facebook page. This is Tyler Clark for Swansea Cable Access, Channel 9, under the direction of Adam Kitchen. Alongside me is Josh Schaub. And Josh, I don't think there's a lot to say about a first half. There's 19-15 as a score right now.
No, there's not much to say. There's a lot of things to fix from both teams. So whoever fixes, it's common sense. Whoever fixes is going to win. whoever fixes fastest is going to win.
And it's low scoring by both teams, a lot of missed shots for both teams, not a really lot of good looks, but we can also say excellent defense as well for both teams. But Warriors hold the edge right now, and that was after a little run they went on, 8-0 run to end that first half to make the score 19-15. Very, very low scoring game. I haven't seen a boys game this low scoring in quite some time. Casala gives it to Lopo. He's going to drive and then now puts it up. No good. A rebound goes right to Chris Costa. Case needs to really get something going here. They're down by 4 points. Only 3 players have scored. Levesque has 2 3-pointers. That's the best looks of the night, really, for Case. Really been no moment to get the crowd into the game. They've been a couple of small times, but nothing really substantial. The crowd's been pretty much taken out of it. Not a whole lot of life.
Yeah, it's tough when you're not scoring.
Levesque, Sherrod, leave that to Roderick now. Tipitot in the corner, no good. Roderick gets that rebound, puts it up, no good, and a foul called on Seekonk. Coach does not like that call.
As we were saying, if this was a 65-69 game, it's a much different atmosphere. 15-19, you just don't get excited.
No, not really. Just game may come down to the wire at this point. As we said, if Case wins, they do qualify for the postseason. If they lose, then they kind of have to wait for something else to happen. Roderick's free throw is good.
Yeah.
He's got 4 points.
If Case loses, it's a wait for the Fairhaven game later to see what happens there, and then if that doesn't go your way, it's getting to 10 wins.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's finishing 2-1.
As you said before, Josh, if they win, they achieve second place in the conference, which is an automatic postseason berth,
which
regardless.
would definitely take a lot of pressure off
the last 3
everybody.
games. Yeah, exactly.
You can rest people, allow people to get healthy, and not force issues.
But they got to win this one first, and that's the problem. Is they're trailing by 3 points right now. Seekonk driving to the corner, quick passing again. 3-pointer, no good around the rim. Blanchard. Seekonk's only hit 1 3-pointer this game. Then again, Case has only hit 2, so neither team really shooting very well from the outside.
Right now, the loss of Jacob Montero is showing.
Yeah, that's a huge loss there. He's almost automatic from that corner there. Sherrod going to put up and blocked by Elijah Leonard for Seekonk as they now come the other way. Lopo, he gives it to Casala. Casala looking back. He should have just shot that himself. He had an open look at the lane, but he tried to give it out to Moskowitz, and it didn't really work.
Sometimes it's better just to be selfish.
Exactly. You've said that several times. Levesque, that shot does not count. It was nice looking, but it doesn't count. Foul's going to be on number 10. That's Kyle Blanchard. His first, the team's first, so the team's second, of the half. Case has yet to commit a foul here in the second half. Up to Levesque, 3-pointer. He's going to shoot it. No good. Rebounded by Costa and blocked by Leonard. Costa had a good look at it too, but Leonard was right there.
I mean, it's tough when you have someone who sits 6 feet right under the rim. It's tough to beat that.
It definitely is. Casala, he's going to be guarded by Sherrod. Inside to Moskowitz now. Quick passing going on. Lopo has it. He thinks about driving, loses it on the ground and off of Levesque. Good hustle there. The shot clock did not reset, so still got 9 seconds left on it. Seeing more of the same here in this third quarter with a lot of low scoring. Inbounds pass, that's fancy by Seekonk, and Leonard ends up putting that in. He's got 2 points. Coach Dan Wenzel talking to the ref about something right now. I'm not sure what that's about.
Oh, that's Kim. It's Kim Sherrod. The camera may have picked it up too. We all saw the sleeve move.
Sherrod for 3. That will get the crowd back into this a little bit. It's 21-19 now. Case is within 2 points. Lopo gives it to Blanchard. Guarded by Tipitot. Blanchard going to drive. Puts up a floater. No good. Rebound goes right to Tipitot. He gives it to Levesque. Good defense there by Lopo to make Levesque kind of stutter with it. Levesque now at the top of the key. Had Roderick inside for a second. Going to drive himself. Puts it up. No good. Good drive at least. Rebound goes to Seekonk. Ball on the ground. Still on the ground. It's a scrum for it. And Seekonk ends up with it after all that. And a foul going to be called on Levesque there. His second.
After all the contact, it's finally called at the end. Probably should have been called earlier on someone else.
There was definitely a lot of contact going in there. Coach Wenzel was saying something right now.
That final, what blew the whistle was actually the least egregious contact of the whole.
There wasn't a whole lot there. Either team could have been called for a lot in there. Clark inside and a foul. Going to be called on Levesque again. That's 3 for him. Sutcliffe's going to come in. Levesque has to come out now with 3 fouls.
Jared Sutcliffe returns to the floor for the Cardinals, replacing Levesque.
And Seekonk will get it under the basket. And you can see the look on Coach Ian Wenzel's face. He's not really sure what to make right now. Knocked away by Costa. Good. Hustle. Costa saves it to Rodriguez. And then it goes. Wow. What a play by Chris Costa. That gets the crowd back into it.
We talked about Chris doesn't score points whenever we show him on TV. He does stuff like that, though.
That was an incredible play by Costa. And a perfect pass to feed it right to Rodriguez. 3-pointer from Seekonk, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Timotat. Case definitely has momentum now.
You hit a 3 now, this place is going to explode.
It's definitely Sutcliffe puts it in! Jared Sutcliffe, and life has been restored to the Paul Monahan Gymnasium. Case has the lead,
I don't know if you
23-21.
Just kind of got a chill down my back.
Yeah, I can feel it as well. You're definitely right.
The atmosphere just...
And a foul going to be called there on Sutcliffe, I think.
Cardinal foul charge number 33, Jared Sutcliffe, his second.
That's Jared's second.
It's the team's third.
The team's third. A timeout going to be called by Seekonk.
Timeout.
But finally, we've been waiting for a moment like that the whole game to get the student section going, and we finally got it. 3 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in the third quarter, 23-21. Some life, Josh, in the Paul Monahan Gymnasium tonight.
It was a very quick 1-2 action. I mean, it started with Chris poking the ball up at the top of the defensive key, running all the way down the baseline, making a behind the back.
I think he was trying to save it, but
I don't think he was looking for anyone. That might have just been a batted back in, found a man right in the middle, layup, defensive stop, come back, layup. All of a sudden,
Rodriguez having it right there. That was absolutely perfect. And then Sutcliffe came down, put in the layup as well. A 23-21 is the score. Definite momentum shift. As it looks like we have another, I don't know if we have another line switch for Seekonk. No, not really. You have a couple coming in. Cameron Casala, and I assume that's his brother Logan. Cameron's a junior. Logan is a senior out there for Seekonk right now. Kyle Blanchard is still in there. Blanchard is a sophomore. And they will try to get this in. They have 30 seconds on the shot clock. After that foul by Sutcliffe, reset it. And Casala will get it in. He does so to Clark. Pass over to Blanchard, guarded by Rodriguez. Pass to Clark again, back to Casala. This is Cameron Casala, who is brother Logan, and out of bounds off of Sherratt. And Casala will get this in the far side of the court. And he does so to Cameron Casala, guarded by Sutcliffe. Bounce pass over to Moskowitz, back to Casala again. Back to Moskowitz, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Clark, Case isn't giving them much. Shot from Seekonk, in and out. Offensive rebound, it tipped around and controlled by Kyle Blanchard. This is going to be Leonard, puts it up, partially blocked.
That's been Case's kryptonite all night so far, is that tip. Grab the ball. 2 hands, grab the ball, bring it down, secure it. Don't tip it. And we've seen that quite a bit from Case.
I don't know
just tipping it.
I don't know how many second looks Seekonk has gotten this game, but it's been quite a few. Sherratt going to put it up. That was blocked from behind, I think, from Seekonk. Just looking at the angle that ball took. Clark coming the other way with it. He gives it to Casala. Casala going to drive back to Clark. Open 3. He takes it in and out. Rebounded underneath by Cameron Casala. That's his first basket of the game. They'll tie it right now at 23. Sherratt looking for Timotat. Double team in front of the cheerleaders to Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe to Costa. Thought about a 3, did not take it. Gonna drive, puts it up, no good. That was off the back of the backboard, so that'll be a turnover.
Yeah, it might have been a little too fancy when maybe that wasn't needed. A simple layup may have worked there. I'm not sure Seekonk would have been able to recover in enough time to block that.
No.
Tried going, maybe he anticipated contact, anticipated something that just didn't come.
Regardless, it's a turnover for Case. Sub in for the Warriors. It's number 11, Jacob Pereira, and Devin Bento is in as well. So Seekonk going to its bench yet again. Casala lost it and tipped away, actually, by Case. 21 seconds on the shot clock still for the Warriors. They'll take it in the far corner. Someone has to take it in front of the far corner. No one really seems like they will. There we go. Finally, Nathan Clark heads over to get it.
We haven't seen it in a while, but there's times referee will just drop the ball and count to 5. Haven't seen it
if nobody,
this year, but.
You haven't seen it if nobody takes it, but Clark finally head over there. Knocked out of bounds by Case, and they'll try it again and gets it to Casal. That could have been a foul. Nothing was called, at least. Clark going to put up an ugly-looking shot. Offensive rebound again for the Warriors. Somehow, three-pointer in and out. Tipped around and controlled by Sutcliffe. He got right in there and got it. And it's still a tie game, 23-23. Very, very low scoring. Although we've seen a little more action this quarter. Over to the corner, Thibodeau to Sutcliffe. He has Costa open. Thought about a three, didn't take it. Going to drive. He puts it up. No good. Seekonk now coming the other way. This is going to be Clark. Gonna drive, now dishes it out to Casala. He's gonna shoot a three-pointer, no good. Underneath is Clark right there, but he missed it. Well, Case got a break there. Clark was right there. I don't think that ball even hit the rim, it was just short. Case has 1 minute and 10 seconds in the third quarter. Sherratt gonna drive, loses the handle, tries to force a jump ball, it wasn't called. And knocked from behind by Costa.
Sherratt may have lost his footing on his drive as well.
Random calls our travel, and a foul going to be called, I believe, on Roderick's there. Actually, the foul's going to be on Thibodeau. That'll be 2 free throws coming up for Clark for Seekonk.
I don't even think Dylan was anywhere close to that.
I couldn't really tell. I was just kind of looking at what the action was going on. Free throw is good for Clark. I can tell that Coach Dan Wenzel did not agree with the call. Levesque going to come in. He's got 3 fouls, remember, so he's got to be careful. Sutcliffe is out. The starting 5 for the Cardinals are out there again.
Interesting for Seekonk that you don't put your big man in the blocks for a chance for a rebound here. Should this go astray?
Yeah, you're right. They have Elijah Leonard kind of waiting at the other end of the court. Interesting strategy. We've seen several interesting strategies from Seekonk. Thibodeau had a wide open shot. He didn't take it. As Case quickly got that ball down, this is Levesque, the point guard, going to have it again. Levesque thought about a 3. He does look like he wants to shoot it. Now gives it to Costa. Costa to Sherratt. To the corner to Thibodeau. Thought about a 3 again. Quick passing going on. They have 8 seconds on the shot clock. Costa going to drive with it. I'm not sure who he was looking for there. It ends up in the hands of Levesque. They have a new shot clock here. I'm not sure why the shot clock reset.
I don't know why either.
I'm not sure why the Seekonk coach is wondering why the shot clock was reset.
I'm not sure why.
Everyone's yelling about it. They reset the shot clock. Case will get a break here as they shoot for the final shot. Levesque puts that in to tie the game. 3 seconds coming the other way. That's Nathan Clark. And around, nothing called. The Seekonk fans are yelling about why was the shot clock reset on that.
Yeah, either way, from at least from what I think, it was a huge break for Case. Case got lucky there, I think. Not sure the shot clock should have been reset, but it was.
The coach just got an explanation from the official, and he seemed at least somewhat satisfied with that. I want to point out right now that the Seekonk coach is Alex Deleuze. Assistant coaches are Sean Smith, Kevin Aguiar, and Katie DeBlois. Team captains are Dominic Lopo, Logan Casala. For Case, the head coach is Dan Wenzel, assistant coach Jeremy Puccio. Team captains Chris Costa, Jake Montero, and Logan Sherratt. You just saw the cheerleaders out there as well. Their coaches are Ashley Mello and Sarah Cavallo, both of which are graduates of Case High School. Josh, this is like going to the fourth quarter with a 0-0 game. It's tied at 25, which is uncharacteristically low scoring for boys, but a little more action that third quarter at least than we saw in the first half.
Yeah, it was, especially on the Case end. A couple of big moments there for Case, and you can feel it when this crowd's just itching to erupt. They're itching for something. Let's see if Case can provide them the moment.
The student section really wants to explode. They did on that Jordan Roderick's bucket after that behind-the-back play from Costa. Want to see something like that. Only 4 players for Case have scored. Sutcliffe is one of them. He has 2 points. And there we go for the 4th and final quarter here from the Paul Monahan Gymnasium. 25-25 is the score. Levesque, good defense. And then looking for Roderick, not a great pass. Coach Dan Wenzel was all over him for that. Underneath, this is going to be Casala. He's going to get it back out to Bento. Quick passing going on. 3-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Roderick. Going to get it to Costa, gives it to Levesque. Coach Dan Wenzel is pleading with Alex Levesque to slow down right now. Levesque will go to the top of the key to McConnell. He's in the game. He's going to drive, and a foul called on Seekonk on the floor. Foul's going to be on number 13, Nathan Clark. His first, the team's third. Moskowitz on Seekonk has 3 fouls. He's the only one in any foul trouble. Everyone else only has 1. Long pass. That is not a backcourt violation. You can get that. And Levesque did, and he got it over to Sherratt. Sherratt to McConnell to Levesque. He's trying to get something going here to McConnell again. He's going to drive, backwards layup, and it goes. Ryan McConnell with a good time for his first basket of the game. 27-25, under 7 minutes remaining here in the game.
Well, McConnell there made a pump fake. That caught Seekonk in the air. He just took advantage.
And no call there. I thought that would have been a foul and a push, and a foul there going to be called on Roderick, I think. You're going to see as the game progressively goes on that people are going to be on the officials more.
I mean, they've let a lock go, and they've also done some questionable stuff as well. And it's a game of this magnitude where everything's on the line for the home team. You're in a tight game. Every call gets magnified and blown up so much more.
We're going to definitely see a lot of that here in the 4th and final quarter. That foul, by the way, was on Roderick. That was his first. Moskowitz makes both of his free throws. He has 6 points on the night. It is tied again, this time at 27. Levesque going to bring this over for Case. He's guarded by Cameron Casala for the Warriors. Pass over to Sherratt. Sherratt with a pump fake. He's going to drive. He's going to put it up and fouled. Logan will go to the line for a couple free throws. Foul's going to be on number 3, Devon Bento. His second, the team's 4th. Case has 5 fouls, so we might see either team in the bonus here by the end of the game. And the free throw in and out.
I mean, I think it's a safe bet that you're going to see both teams in the bonus by the end, and a lot of timeouts being used over these next 6 minutes.
The game started off so quickly, but that's how the end is going to be slow. Logan makes the second free throw. It's 28-27. Sherratt's got 10 points on the night. Herrera going to drive, and then he lost it, though. And that's going to be a turnover as Case will take it now, coming the other way. The staunch defense there from the Cardinals. Levesque to Roderick, back to Sherratt, looking for just a dagger outside shot. Logan going to take it, foul! And again, that's the stamping of feet coming from near us. Foul's going to be on Moskowitz. Josh, that's his 4th.
That's his 4th. He's going to stay. He needs to stay in there.
He's staying in there.
He is one of your 5 big guys. One of the 5 that you cannot live without. He's got to stay in there, and you got to roll the dice and see what happens.
All of the Seekonk starters are in there except for Dominic Lopo. He's out. Sherratt completes the 3-point play. They have a 4-point lead. It is 31-27. 6 minutes remaining in the game. Moskowitz looking for Casala. Gets it to him. Almost stolen there by Sherratt. It's going to be Casala. The other Casala puts it up. No good. Rebounded by Roderick. Case defense holding firm the last couple possessions.
Oh, right now you're...
And a timeout called by Coach Dan Wenzel.
Case is in a position right now where they can go one of 2 ways. the past couple of possessions, they've done great being methodical and taking their time. But that's not really the style we've seen from Case this year.
No,
the style we've
certainly
seen
not.
from Case is you go fast and you put up shots. Kind of that fun and gun type theory. So we'll see over these next 5 minutes, 39 seconds what Case does. If they stay this slow, methodical, bleed the clock, look for that one opportunity, or if they're going to go quick and fire. Either way, whatever you live by, you got to execute end of the day. Whether you go fast or go slow, as long as the execution's there, it doesn't matter how you go.
Right, and they see about that execution. Sporting a 4-point lead, 5 minutes and 39 seconds. At least the crowd has come to life here in the second half. Case has scored almost as many points this half as they did in the first. Actually, they've scored more. They scored 15 in the first, they have 16 now, so they've already outscored themselves. A rather very sluggish start. 4-point lead. Seekonk is unchanged out there. Moskowitz with his 4 fouls. He has to be careful. I'm not sure where Dominic Lopo is. I don't even see him on the Seekonk bench right now, unless he's hiding somewhere. So I wonder if he's injured or something like that, because number 4, Cameron Casal, is still out there. And Case gets this in to start their next possession. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 5 minutes, 34 seconds remain in the game. Sherrod gives it over to Levesque. He's at the top of the key, guarded by Casala. Levesque gonna think about driving. Now he's gonna drive again, puts it up. Now underneath for Costa, and a foul! That might be on Moskowitz. It is on Moskowitz. He's done. That's the 5th foul on him. Let's see if Seekonk will take advantage of the timeout. And they are, it doesn't look like they are. Nathan Clark is going to come in. If a player fouls out of the game, I believe, Josh, you get a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, you get that mini timeout that you can use to think about it and devise a little strategy.
You don't have to take it, because obviously the Warriors just did not. And you don't see too many free throws off the backboard, but hey, it works there. Costa's got himself his first point of the night.
End of the day, however it goes in.
Just saw a smile out of Coach Dan Wenzel there on the sideline, so maybe relaxing a bit. The second free throw's no good, but Rodriguez is right there for the rebound. Gives it to Levesque. They're going to try to slow down. They have a 5-point lead. Levesque going to drive, dishes it out to Sherrod. Thought about giving it to McConnell, but he didn't. Sherrod to McConnell now to Levesque. Costa's in the corner. He doesn't give it to him. They get 10 seconds on the shot clock. Levesque for 3. Good! That was huge. That gives Case an 8-point lead.
So right there, that's an absolute perfect possession for the Cardinals. You hit a 3, you bled 20-some seconds off the clock, and you got this crowd buzzing again.
And a foul going to be called there on McConnell. The crowd definitely did get into that, but McConnell with the foul. His first. The team's 6th. A sub in for the Warriors. I believe Blanchard, actually Lopo is back in now. So all the starters other than Moskowitz, who's fouled out, are in there for Seekonk. So the starters are Nathan Clark. This is Logan Casala. He gives it to Lopo. Back to Casala, guarded by McConnell. To Lopo. Good defense by Jordan Rodriguez. Lopo going to step back from the foul line. Around. No good. Offensive rebound, though, by Elijah Leonard. Seakonk's gotten a lot of those this game, and Levesque's going to control that after the loss of possession there.
Well,
he's feeling the momentum now.
Now again, from the bench, it's being called slow it down, be methodical. You bleed off another 20 seconds of this game clock and you hit a 2, it's going to be very tough for Seekonk.
And Levesque tried to get it to McConnell, but he's going to be an offensive out of bounds or a foul?
Out of bounds.
I believe his foot was on the line. Everyone was looking for a foul there, but nothing was called. Still 35-27, under 4 minutes remaining here in the game. Casala gives it back to Leonard for 3. Good! Wow, I did not expect that. Elijah Leonard, the big man, heads over and hits a 3. That'll cut the deficit to 5 points. 3 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in the game. The score is 35-30.
I mean, that 3 brought the Seekonk bench and the Seekonk section to our right over here alive a little bit. You can kind of hear it a little bit, this Seekonk section.
There's a lot of Seekonk fans. We can't really see that on the camera too well, but there are, we might have seen it from the other camera, but they have quite a turnout over there behind the Seekonk bench. Give them some life. The crowd here has definitely come to life after this this last couple of quarters here, especially after that Levesque three-pointer. 5-point lead for Case. They kind of just have to try to hold on here. They have a playoff berth awaiting them if they win. As we said, they still have 3 games left on the schedule. They go to Diamond on Monday. The game next Friday, we still don't know who they're playing yet.
Could be one of 3 teams.
It's going to be Old Rochester, DR, or Somerset Berkeley. They end the season on the road at Bishop Conley, who defeated them earlier this year. So no real gimmies left. It's important that they win this game, and thus far they are winning by 5, and they have to hold firm here.
Again, especially with the concerns with Jacob Montero, his health. You win this game, Jacob Montero may not see the floor for the next 3 games,
right,
and you may allow him 3 weeks to recover.
Get him healthy for the postseason. I'm not sure what the extent of his injury is. He doesn't have a cast or anything on. He's just kind of in his normal clothing there on the sideline. Levesque going to bring this over. Seekonk's going to try to press, knocked out of bounds by Seekonk. The Seekonk coach and the fans are yelling at the officials that was the wrong call. I thought it was out of bounds off of Seekonk.
I thought it was a proper call.
I thought it was correct as well. The crowd did not like that at all. But that's what happens in a very strenuous end of the game here. I thought it was correct. I'm not sure what the complaints are there.
No, but as I said, to start the second half, every call is under the microscope.
And foul there by Costa. He'll get a couple free throws. Everyone is really into this now.
I know the crowd's not happy. That's the proper call, though. Costa used his body there. It's not the wrong thing to do, though.
First foul on Costa. This is the end of the game where every call the crowd's going to be up in arms about, as we've already seen. Lobo makes that free throw. It's a 4-point game. 3 minutes and 22 seconds left, but Josh, I don't think this is going to take 3 minutes and 22 seconds for this game to end.
No, we may be here another half hour.
Second free throw, Lopo got them both. Coach Alex DeLuz has kind of kept his composure so far in this game, but he's really into it. Seekonk going to the full court press now. Double team on Sherratt. He's going to get it out to Costa. McConnell for 3. Good! Ryan McConnell for 3 as the crowd springs to life with a 6-point lead. Seekonk going to win. McConnell with a block now. Lopo with it in the corner. He's going to give it up to Casala. They're going to try to slow this down. Lopo, wow, that 3-pointer really brought this place to life. They
brought the players and then McConnell
rocking now.
There.
In and out is the 3-pointer for Seekonk. Ball's on the ground. It's a scrum and a foul called. Foul's going to be on McConnell. His second, the team's 8. That'll put 2 free throws. That'll give Clark a chance for 2 free throws. Hear the tension in this place too right now. First free throw is in and out as the student section enjoys that.
I mean, it's getting a little rowdy in here.
It's getting rowdy. The people are on the officials for everything. It's definitely anxious moments here at the end of the game. Everyone knows it too. In case wins, they're in the tournament.
I mean, right now, especially this last half, it's taken on almost a playoff atmosphere here in the gymnasium.
Especially too, people know they have a bit of a losing streak right now, so you want to break that 4-game skid they've been on.
You do that, you know if you win this game, you're in, you advance to the next season.
Levesque, nothing was called on that. McConnell with it. I don't really know what just happened. Sherratt thought about a 3. He's going to put it up, and a foul going to be called on Seekonk on the floor.
It's going to put him on the bonus anyway.
That's going to be on Casala. That'll be a 1-and-1 now for Sherratt. Now, Coach Alex DeLuz is wondering what that call was on. He's kind of sitting there with a bit of a surprised look on his face. The free throw is good for Sherratt. That gives Case a 7-point lead. 2 minutes, 18 seconds. Second free throw is good. Those were clutch. As this Logan, 15 points. It's an 8-point lead for Case. Seekonk going to try to hurry this up. Casala, he quickly puts that in. That's 3 points for him. That's his first basket of the game. He had a free throw earlier. It's a 6-point lead. Sherratt, Case is just going to try to slow this down. I would think 2 minutes to go. McConnell gives it to Levesque. Back to McConnell.
Right now for Case, the most important thing.
Levesque, 3, no good.
The most important, outside of
And
making a
six,
shot, the most important thing for Case is making sure you don't get called for this 10-second,
Right.
10-second backcourt. Get the ball over midcourt and bleed the clock. Minimize Seekonk's possessions. That's what this game has become right now. Minimize Seekonk opportunities.
And that's not what they did on that possession right there. And an offensive foul going to be called on Seekonk.
Offensive foul charge to Seekonk, number 34 on the line.
It's going to be called on Leonard.
They called him for an illegal pick.
It's a legal pick. Yeah, you're right. The call. One of the Seekonk fans was not happy about that at all. Timeout called by Coach Dan Wenzel here. Everyone just needs to breathe.
Well, that's what this timeout is. This timeout is, guys.
Relax.
Minute 41 left. 30 seconds on the clock. Bleed the clock. Make a basket. Bleed the clock. Make a basket.
6-point lead. A minute 41 seconds to go. 40-34.
And again, we can hear from up here. That's what he's telling them. Bleed the clock. Take 20, 25 seconds off. Shoot with 5 seconds left, 4 seconds left.
Even if you miss it, you still
But
wasted a
that's
bunch of
fine.
time. Right? Yeah.
Because this is all about minimizing Seekonk possessions. Again, what you don't want to do is get caught for 10 seconds in the backcourt or get it up too fast and turn it over, make a bad shot, and do it that way. Relax, bleed the clock, let's get out of here and focus on the rest of the season.
6-point lead, 30 seconds, brand new shot clock after that offensive foul was called on Leonard for that illegal pick, as you said. Given how that first half was, I'm pleasantly surprised about how this game is ending up. It's actually been quite entertaining now, the end of this game. A lot more high scoring, kind of a normal pace here. Case has 25 points in this half. And the Warriors, meanwhile, only have 15.
I mean, it took a while to get there, but we're here.
We're definitely here, you're right. Seekonk will once again go with a full court press. Lassa gets it into McConnell, and in it goes! Ryan McConnell with that feed from Costa. It's an 8-point lead for Case. They can feel it right now. Seekonk has to hurry to get a shot off. Minute 30 seconds.
Now, what you don't want to do, you don't want to commit any more fouls with your Case.
No, certainly
No
do
more fouls.
not put him in the line. Do not stop the clock. Casala going to drive and a foul just as you say that. Casala looks like he's a little
Landed
banged up
hard
on
on
that
his
play.
elbow.
He fell hard. Trader Russ Boardman going to come check him out. He looks like he's okay. He gets some clapping from the crowd there. That was a hard foul.
Yeah, he just landed awkward on that elbow. And
On the foul charge, number 2, Chris Costa, his second.
bone to hardwood does not feel good. It does not sound good.
No part of that experience is pleasant. The foul was on Costa. That'll put Casala to the line for 2 free throws here. He makes the first. 42-35 is the score. 1 minute and 20 seconds away from a tournament berth. And the second free throw is going to be no good. Roderick's he doesn't get it. Caught with the shot and it's blocked. Levesque going to come the other way now for Case. Going to break through and a foul called on Seekonk. That's on Lopo, I believe it is. That's his
he
first.
offered the foul on himself. You saw his whistle went and his hand went up, calling on me.
He knew it.
Hold on to that. You have no fouls on you.
Yeah, this is
You're
first one.
protecting others as well by doing that.
Moskowitz is fouled out. No one else is in any sort of trouble for Seekonk. The most fouls anybody has is 2. Levesque going to have a 1-and-1 here. He makes the first, he gets the second. Currently, he has 11 points in the game. And he got it. He's got 12 points. Logan Sherratt leads all Case scorers with 15. Actually, he leads all scorers in the game with 15. Most points for Seekonk is Nathan Clark. He has 9. Very methodical free throw shooting for Levesque, and he gets the generous roll there. That's 13 points for Alex. 9-point lead for Case. They just have to not give him anything. Quick underneath, that was blocked. Leonard is right there for the follow-up for Seekonk. He's got 7 points, 7-point lead for Case, under a minute left, 56 seconds. Costa gonna try to bring this over, no foul there from Lopo. Rodrigues gives it to Costa, and a foul finally called there on Jacob Barrera. The coach was screaming to foul him.
Seekonk foul number 11, Jacob Barrera, his first team limit.
That's going to be the 10th for Seekonk, so that'll give Case 2 free throws for every foul for the rest of the game here. Costa, no good. He only has 1 point tonight. Ryan McConnell has 7, very quietly for Case. Jordan Rodrigues has 6, and Jared Sutcliffe has 2. And Costa got that one off the backboard. He's got 2 points. It's an 8-point lead for Case, 45 seconds left. Seekonk knocks him.
Seekonk's losing a lot of time right now.
You're right, they have to get a shot up quickly, and they do. Lopo for 3, and he's got it. That was big for Seekonk. Case gave him that outside shot, and he hit it.
They eventually hit the 3, but they wasted about 10 seconds off that.
Right.
And it's tough. It's still a 2-possession game.
It's a 36.7 seconds, 45-40 is the score right now for Seekonk. Devin Bento getting ready to come in. Even Coach Dan Wenzel was telling his players, don't worry about that. You give them that shot, they're going to hit it, let them have it.
Right now, all this is we see Tivitot in for Costa as well. You're putting your free throw shooters out there. The 5 players you trust to hit a free throw.
The best, your top 5 free throw shooters.
And all this is guys, they're going to try trapping you in the backcourt for 10 seconds. After that, the first pass out of the backcourt needs to be to the best free throw shooter.
That's certainly what you want to do.
And right now today, that's probably Levesque.
Levesque has hit every free throw, I believe, with 13 points. He's a very, very good free throw shooter. We've seen that in the other games this year. Just a quick point breakdown for Seekonk. Lopo has 8 points, 2 3-pointers. Logan Casala has 3, Devin Bento has 2, Cameron Casala has 3, Kevin Moskowitz, who was fouled out, had 6 points, Jacob Barrera with 2, Nathan Clark leads Seekonk with 9 points, and Elijah Leonard with 7. He had that very unexpected 3-pointer that kind of took some momentum back from Seekonk earlier this quarter that resulted in the timeout, so he's out there as well. He can hit that outside shot too, so don't write him off. Case has 36.7 seconds. They're up by 5 points. It's 45-40. Sherrod has to get this ball in, and he does so to Levesque. They trap him to Sherrod now. Sherrod going to try to dribble out of this. Case has to get this over and quickly, and a timeout called by Coach Dan Wenzel. He saw that they might have trouble, and that was a smart timeout by the coach there.
At the end of the day, you took 7 seconds off. Okay, now right now, that 10-second goes away. It resets off for 23 seconds. So now you look at the clock, 13 seconds is when you need to get it over. You take another 10 seconds off, and this is all stuff going through Coach Wenzel's head. That's why that timeout's calling that situation. Chances are Logan Sherrod probably would have got over the line.
Right, yeah.
But right now, guess what? You do that, you're going to reset now. All right, guys, they're going to have to come after us hard. They're going to force one pass. If that doesn't work, then they're going to foul.
Yeah, why risk it when you can just call the timeout and
especially
reset
when you
things.
have timeouts to give.
29 seconds exactly left. Score is still 45-40. If you've been watching this game live on our Swansea Cable Access Facebook page, I hope you've enjoyed. I know the second half wasn't the most exciting thing, but the first half rather, but the second half has definitely been action-packed. The crowd has been into it. It's been really a great second half here, and Case is 29 seconds away now from a postseason berth. Sherrod will try to get this in. Josh, as you said, the 10 seconds reset. They do have 23 seconds on the shot clock, but 10 seconds to try to get this ball over, not turn it over or do something stupid with it. They get it to Rodrigues. He gets it to Levesque and a foul.
I understand that, but if you're Seekonk, he's the one you want to throw. He's your prototypical 4-5 man. In theory, he's one of the 2 worst free throws. In theory. Not saying he is, but in theory. And you're going to take that chance, because chances are the next pass after him was going to Levesque.
Most likely.
And Levesque was just going to hold it.
That's going to put Rodrigues to the line for a couple of free throws here. Very critical free throws too, and the first one is no good.
Well, no, if that does, that will ensure this stays a 2-possession game.
Correct.
Because he missed that one.
Seekonk is definitely not out of this yet. It'll be difficult, but they can certainly come back in. Second free throw from Rodrigues. He got that one. That is big. He's got 7 points. That makes it a 6-point lead. 6-point lead for Case, 46-40, and a foul there on Costa. That was not a very good foul at all.
No, because what that does, that took a total of 3 seconds off the clock. The clock stopped, more importantly. Seekonk, down 6, has the opportunity to score points with the clock stopped.
And that was the 10th foul on Case as well, so that's 2 free throws automatically. Costa looks like he's going to come out for Tipitot. The first free throw is in and out from Cameron Casala there. And Costa is out.
Dylan Tipitot returns to the Cardinals.
Here's the second one for Cameron Casala, 24.4 seconds in the game. The second free throw, we got that one. 4 points for Casala, 5-point lead for Case. 24 seconds. Rodrigues is going to be fouled. Going to see a lot of that going forward. Rodrigues did make one of them last time. 22.4 seconds. Seekonk was quick to foul there. So this is the thing about a basketball game when it's close. The end of the game just drags by. Lots of stoppages, lots of timeouts, lots of fouling.
And now you see right now, Costa's going to come back in for the reason he provides better defense than what Tipitot might, but Tipitot provides a better free throw shooting opportunity than what Costa does. So for the rest of the game, expect these two to be married.
Right, they're going to be in and out constantly. Rodrigues missed that first free throw. He has one more here. It's still a 2-possession game. And the second free throw around and in. So Rodrigues gets that one back to a 6-point lead. They just kind of traded free throws here. 18 seconds. Seekonk has to really hurry to get a shot off here. Casala has nothing available. 13 seconds. Finally, the shot. Good. Wow.
How?
Wow.
I don't know how.
Elijah Leonard with 2 men in his face.
We have a direct shot from where we're sitting. That shot, he had, as you said, 2 men in his face, had no business going in.
That was very impressive out of Leonard. That gives him 10 points.
Well,
that's a 3-point game now.
Now what basically happens is for Case, you hit 1 free throw, this game's done. You're under 10 seconds. You hit 1 free throw, you're done. You win.
That's pretty much
you
it.
miss
10
both.
seconds.
Oh boy.
Oops. Opens up a whole different, I don't know what I'm trying to say here.
Can of worms.
Can of worms, some cliche there that I can put in. Possible the game is going to overtime. Now, I've been doing basketball games here. I took a couple years off in between, but I was the cameraman for several years. This is I was announcer for the girls team for a couple years as well, and then this is my second year working with you, Josh, for the boys and girls games. I only ever remember one game going to overtime.
I'm sure I'll hear from him if I'm wrong. I believe that 2007-2008 season, we had a game going to overtime. If I'm wrong, please correct me next time you see me, Mr. Paul Summers. I was with you. I could have sworn we had one game go to overtime that year.
I'm sure there have been others. Just from what I've seen, we've only seen one overtime game. Hopefully we won't have one tonight if Case can just get this in. And they do it to Levesque along the baseline. He's going to be trapped. No foul was called there at all. That's kind of surprising, and a foul is finally called.
I mean, Seekonk gave 3 fouls in front of an official and not one was called.
That's going to be on. The Seekonk fans are not very happy right now about what went on. They say that a foul should have been called in the corner.
At the end of the day, that took off about 5 seconds, and those 5 seconds.
One free throw here from Levesque, and that's pretty much it.
With 3.5 seconds left, yes.
And
that's going to be it. In all likelihood.
Barring a miracle right now for Seekonk. 48-44. Levesque has 14 points. Methodically taking his time. And he got them both. He's an excellent free throw shooter. He's got 15 points. Seekonk's going to hurry. They're not going to have. The shot is up from Opal, and it's no good. And that will do it here for the Paul Monahan Gymnasium with a final score of 49-44. Case qualifies for the postseason, breaks their losing streak. Josh, at least the second half was definitely exciting there.
Yeah, it definitely was, and it definitely had a playoff atmosphere. And these are the types of games you're gonna, if you expect to go far into March, you're gonna have games like this, where you just need to find a way to win and advance. And that's definitely what Case did today. They won, they advanced the rock fight that you called it back in the first half.
A win is a win. They came out with 29 points in the second half to make it, 34 points in the second half to make it a little more interesting. So this is Tyler Clark, Swansea Cable Access, Channel 9, alongside me, Josh Albin, on the direction of Adam Kitchen, saying goodnight from the Paul Monahan Gymnasium, and we will see you next time.